The bell ringer, she's here. What's going on? Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me, baby? Yo. Shout out to all my Capricorns. It's Capricorn season, and the Mercury retrograde is officially over, baby. It's officially over. Got the afro out today. The curls is popping. The light is not giving it justice. We here, baby. We are here. Free your mind, baby. One is the joy that you cannot waste, and the other one price that come on in. We're talking about Tory Lanez'S. Let me know if you can hear me okay. The music is a little loud. My mind it runs, all these thoughts are troubling. Fighting to give up my pain, fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to y'all can see me act up today. Yeah, baby. Can you hear me? Give me some bells. Ones, give me something. Give me something. Or do I need to do this the whole time? I have a new little setup, so let me know. Do I need to hold the mic? Do I gotta hold the mic? Free your mind, baby. Hello. Y'all not telling me nothing. You can hear me fine? Okay, good. Hey, baby girl. Yes. Where's my bell? Here we go. Let me show y'all what I be tapping on here. My singing bowl. Yes, baby. We got the singing bowl.
I might be falling.
I have so many bells all over this room. I'm gonna show y'all my big bell.
I might be falling deep.
All right.
Now,
falling deep. Are we falling deep? Because I'm falling deep, baby. I'm falling deep.
I might be falling deep.
Yeah. All right. Let's get this thing started. Let's get this thing started.
God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment some night. Loving this light. Here's God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn.
Yes, baby. Yes. Peace, world, peace. Welcome or welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks. I am Goddess Dawn, the warrior, baby. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Goddess Dawn. See that? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. And we here. We live. And I'm just here with a quick Tory Lanez'S update, child, because I'm telling you, it's a new headline every week. And I'm going to talk to y'all about what the newest is. So the lawyer, he has a couple new lawyers on board, right? And, you know, they're talking. They're trying to earn their coins, okay? They're trying to earn their money. So they're going to come in and they're going to say things like, you know, Tory regrets this and Tory said that. And that's what we have going on right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio, only the audio from the interview of one of the lawyers. Let me pull that up. Okay, wrong phone. Is this the wrong phone? I can't even tell. Let me figure this out. Second. I see you, love warrior. I'm gonna let you on while I figure this thing out.
Okay.
Go, baby.
Hey, everybody. Goddess. Happy Thursday, chat. Wow, Wayne, happy Thursday. Yes, Goddess, I just heard you. It is always something with this RK Jr. Trial. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for you to speak on this. This is ridiculous. This is crazy.
It is. How are you doing today, by the way?
I am fantastic. Getting ready. I'm off today. Yay! Getting ready to get in the kitchen and make some baked ziti.
We like an off day, child.
Yes, but first and foremost, got to enjoy my time with Goddess while we go live with the warriors. Got to stay up on what's going on.
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay.
All right. So I'm not going to play it through YouTube because I think that's how they pick up on the copyright strike stuff if you do it through YouTube. So I'm going to play it on my phone. But I'm
going to go ahead and mute.
Okay. So this is Baez. This is Tory's new attorney. And this is what he had to say about Tory and how confident they are in his upcoming appeal. Okay.
I'm just curious if you had any earlier conversation and he wanted you the trial and you just weren't available, or was this your first conversation?
I could never comment on something like that, but I will tell you, looking at this case, I certainly wish I had come in sooner as opposed to later. And
so we'll address what he just said. He said he wish he would have came in sooner because he's trying to let us know he's already seeing flaws in the case, right? So
yeah.
This is the way.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said, yeah.
Okay. This is what a confident attorney worth his coin will do for a high profile client. You're going to come in and you're going to start attacking public opinion. And I don't know why I still haven't figured out how this affects the actual case, especially now that he's been convicted. But this has been the play for all the attorneys actually during the trial. So even before, much actually earlier than the trial. So let's hear what he's talking about.
But he's got me now, and I'm certainly willing to give him everything I have, and hopefully get the best result possible for him.
Has Tory talked to you? Does he feel hopeful? Does he feel slighted by what happened? Can you give us the temperature on that?
Sure. Well, as you may know, Tory has never been convicted of a crime, and he has never had to deal with the circumstances that he's dealing with. So the adjustment that he's going through is one of, it's new to him. So he's really, to his credit, he's listening to his lawyers. He's an incredibly articulate young man, and in all of that, he certainly, there are things that certainly in the trial he wish had gone the other way. So I guess to answer your question quickly and briefly, it would be yes.
So he's so Tory wishes things would have gone, some things would have gone the other way in the trial. I think he means the jury verdict. I think he would wish that would have gone a different way.
I agree.
Probably also wishes that his attorney, I'm trying to think of his name.
Magnuson.
I can't think of it. I can see it in my head. But nevertheless, the former attorney, I'm sure Tory wishes hadn't put his foot in his mouth at least 3 times, which actually was devastating to his case. So
exactly. I forgot about that, goddess. Magnuson, I think I'm probably mispronouncing it.
McDezian.
He absolutely is, with his overzealous, antagonizing questions, wouldn't let up, is the cause, like you said, for a lot of things being played out during court in front of the jury that absolutely sealed Tory's fate. Absolutely. And what happened was not attorney misconduct. Okay. It was him just opening up his big fat mouth and allowing the prosecution to come before the judge and get audio and other things played because he opened the door.
Right. And I don't know that this attorney mentioned anything about attorney misconduct. I know that Kenner also made a statement, and I'll get to that after we hear this guy Baez, earn his coin. Like I said, he's out here tap dancing for his client. But yeah, let's hear the rest of this. Only like a minute or so. I'll probably interrupt beforehand.
He's trying his best to adjust to everything, and in light of the fact that he's never been in this situation before, it's really a tough process to go through.
So I find it interesting that his lawyer is like, he's never been convicted. He's never been in this type of situation. Like, he's just this guy who's so far removed from, that type of environment. Not to say, I don't know if Tory hasn't been to jail or prison before, then he hasn't. However, Tory walks around in these streets like he has. So
absolutely. And
the energy is being matched by the universe. Mm-hmm.
Right. And he may not have been convicted, but he definitely has a history. He's definitely been charged. He's definitely paid off people, R. Kelly Jr. Okay. So I don't know if Baez has had the opportunity to look at the history of his client's behavior. But he might want to not speak like he's this perfect angel when we all know that it's all out for the world to see, and there's a history of it that's opposite.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to sell us something, and I ain't buying. Hey, intersex, welcome. Intersex. Let me pronounce that properly. Yes, thank you for the bells. Thank you for the bells. All right, let's finish hearing with Jose Baez, lawyer. This is what's his name? Tory Lanez'S newest attorney, speaking on Tory Lanez.
Something that happened in this trial that you think would warrant an appellate court throwing out the conviction?
Well, I haven't even made an appearance yet, so I don't think it's proper for me to comment on the evidence, but I will say that.
Okay, smart move. That tells me this is a thinking man. And also, I want to say prior, something I wanted to say when he mentioned Tory, what did he say? He said something. Now that I forgot, child. Oh, Lord. It'll come back up.
Much. There's mistakes in trials all the time. It's a human system. It's going to produce errors regardless. Now,
okay, boom. Okay, so he said it's a human system, blah, blah, blah. Got it. So he's padding the room for failure. He's padding he's padding the room because he knows they're probably going to fall on their backs. But what I want to say to what I couldn't remember, he had mentioned that he wants to get Tory the best outcome possible, the best outcome they possibly can. That to me sounds also reserved. So that's, I think I like this guy for that reason, because it bugs me when attorneys like Kenner, he came out swinging. We about to
Yeah.
get this appeal. Like
Yeah.
very definite in his speak. I don't like that because I think his losing attorney on the case was the same way. Like,
Yeah.
let's be real. Let's not give our clients inflated head about possibilities, because they're going to be let down and they're going to be the one to fall very hard and hit their ass on the concrete. Oh,
Absolutely, Goddess. And like you said, his total objective, number one, he get in the bag. Baez is not cheap, and I'll speak on him in a minute. But he definitely wants to put out there that he may not be able. Well, he's not saying it that way, but he's trying to present it that it's like you said, it's not a definite. We're going to get an appeal. We're going to get anything overturned. He's measured his words carefully.
absolutely. I wanted to mention this because I don't know that I did from the hearing that one Tuesday, that one surprise hearing that he had where they let us know that he is going to be represented by new counsel officially, as well as the fact that he is pushing his sentencing date back because the lawyer wants to look at some stuff.
The one when you were at court last Tuesday.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
So at that time, I met through somebody else, and I can't think of this man's last name. David, I think it's David. That the original owner, Death Row Records, the one who created Death Row, where he was fighting with shit, he was in prison. I can't think of that guy's name.
Wow.
Anyway, so yeah, I had the opportunity to meet him. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, which I'm going to. But he's out. I didn't even know he was out of prison because I've been following that for years.
Who's out of prison?
The guy who.
Oh, that guy. Okay. Not, yeah. Okay. Okay. The one you're just speaking about. Okay. The one you met. Okay.
So yeah, he's out of prison. I thought he was still in prison, but nevertheless,
okay.
He was there with Tory's family and maybe even Tory's attorney, because he was talking to the attorney a lot. But he told my friend child that McDezian, the previous attorney, the attorney who lost the trial, didn't even prep the family for a possible loss. Didn't prep the family. That's why they were so devastated in court, and probably not only didn't prep them, but probably inflated them with too much hope. So
that's interesting. That lets us really get more of an understanding, like you said, that the their response, okay, in the courtroom.
Even though I kind of think that was planned too, but yes, I think that absolutely had to do with not being properly prepared. And I think attorneys have a responsibility to the client and probably their immediate family or whoever is with them, and to let them and be real.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A good attorney would have said, okay, if he is found guilty, this is where we'll go from there. Still, speaking on things that can still happen, filing an appeal, and this and that, but preparing them to know this is the other side of the coin. But, this mafia type Magustin, I'm sorry, I'm not spelling his name, came across so cocky, like you're telling us.
Yeah.
His demeanor, that doesn't speak well of him not to do that. For any client, like you said, every client deserves to have all options and honesty on the table, what they're facing for their life.
Boom. You said it. So let's listen to more.
When you have a high profile case, there's a lot more things to worry about. A lot more things for the judiciary to worry about, a lot more things for the defense lawyers to worry about, a lot more things for the prosecution to worry about. So all players are now playing with additional work and need to be protecting those safeguards to ensure that there's a fair trial to begin with. And
that actually speaks to probably why they go to the public. Too much at stake. Maybe, you never really know where the information is gonna fall. Is it gonna fall on deaf ears? Is it gonna fall on the ears of a potential juror? Is it gonna fall on the ears of a potential maybe attorney that's gonna come in later? It could be. There's a lot of reasons why the public has to be infected with all this bullshit. Basically, I find it to be bullshit. But
And Goddess, remember when you told us about the leaking of the jury charge form and how that came out, at court?
oh right,
Because doesn't Tory still have a gag order on him because they tried to go put in a motion to have that appeal, the gag order on him? Because that's one thing he's been pissed off about, that he
yeah,
hasn't been able to come out and speak.
yeah. They call it a protective order. I called it a gag order because I didn't have room in my notes, but nevertheless, yeah. Tory does have a protective order over him on everything, all the details of this case. He can't speak on it. He can't say a word, and he's not the victim. People get confused about that. Like, well, Megan got to say this. Megan went on Gayle King. Megan, but Megan is the she's the victim. She is and now she's legit the victim because he's been convicted. But at the time, you can speak out on what happens to you personally. It's your experience. But as the person they're accusing, you got to let that play out in court. That's just the way it is. All right, let's finish this out.
I have to tell you, 9 out of 10 times we get it wrong. So I would say that there's probably a significant chance that there are numerous errors that are within the system and within this case that should be explored and see if perhaps the results would have been different should it gone the other way.
Numerous. Okay, dude. So he's telling Tory, look, I'm out here and I'm doing my job. Don't question me. That's what's happening.
I said 5 in the morning.
Lower this music. And on top of that, I think when you have multiple attorneys from different firms, I think they're competing with each other, so one of them is speaking out, the other one's going to speak out too, especially when they have that high profile case background. This guy right here, they say he's defended what was the whole boy's name? The
Casey
NFL
Anthony. Casey Anthony is the one
the football player, the Aaron Hernandez. So
yeah, he did Aaron Hernandez too. Correct. Casey Anthony was his first criminal trial, though.
And they say that he actually got her acquitted. She had 2 trials, right?
Well, yeah. Well, one criminal, the other was actually civil, where she was being sued for money. But the criminal case was one that he got her acquitted on.
Right. I think people are confused on that. I had some people in the comments of my community wall. Remember to check. Thank you, Wow Wayne. Let me I saw it somewhere. Now I don't see it. But here we go. Wow Wayne is reminding us to please check out my community wall. I do try to update that on a daily basis. I do read the comments and I will reply. Don't try me though. Don't try me. But listen, it's all love. Somebody came in telling me this particular story is not true, or the story about him regretting not testifying for himself. They're like, I don't know where they're getting this. His fan pages are correcting it as I type. I'm like, his fan pages are correcting. Who are his fan pages? Like, who looks at those? I know I don't. But
right.
I just find it interesting that everybody, when it comes to this particular case, people are still very divided, at odds.
Absolutely.
A lot of people did change their tune in favor of Megan, but a lot of people have doubled down on the fact that they feel that Tory Lanez is absolutely innocent. And I actually had somebody come in my comments, I think it was today, and say that Kelsey is the one who pulled the trigger. And why are we wrong? Why they're questioning us? I'm like, were you at court? I want to know.
No,
They didn't respond yet. Mhm.
no, they were not at court, obviously, or and did not come on a place such as your channel to get the absolute truth and not fed their opinions of what like you had the attorney what's her name, the one that you had on, um
Afi, Afi Patterson.
Afi, yeah, shout out to Queen Afi, who
Queen
spoke
Afi.
on how people that the general public going to court and gravitating to things that are happening in court that actually have nothing to do with the case and the charges. You know,
Exactly.
for example, like bringing up in the opening argument, as the defense did with Tory, about Megan's love life. Never spoke about it again, never brought any witnesses, and it had nothing but to slut shame her. And it has actually nothing to do with the law, nothing to do with the charges, nothing to do with nothing. And
Exactly.
that, she spoke on that. But Goddess, can I say something real quick about Baz, that attorney?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Okay. So I was, this is before I retired from teaching, but being off during the summer, I followed Casey Anthony's trial along with Jodi Arias. Jodi Arias is who forgive me, Jodi Arias is who Baez defended too. No, I'm sorry. Did defend. What am I talking about? Casey Anthony. But anyway, Casey Anthony's trial with Baez was his first criminal trial. He,
It was his first criminal trial.
that was his first criminal trial. This man basically got his law degree from an online school, and he had never tried a criminal case like that before, a murder trial. And so if you watch that trial, there was so many procedural evidence that he did not know what the hell he was doing. And regardless that we know that was one of the most awful, that trial she should have been found guilty. But at any rate, I don't know it was so much what he did, because he played like a sympathy card, like he was saying, do you know my client? She's locked up 24 hours a day. She speaks to nothing. Like he played a huge sympathy card. He was constantly, of course, getting objected and all that. But I'm saying all that to say is that, has he gotten better? Absolutely. Everybody gets better at their craft the more they practice it. But he is definitely got shot into the limelight, like catapulted like a rocket ship because of who his client was. And so is he that masterful of a attorney? To me, that yet is to be determined. I think that he is about as bad. I think that Tory is craftily trying to put together a better defense team for this appeal shot, but it is nothing that's going to happen for his sentencing. What are they doing to prep for the sentencing? What can they do to prep for sentencing? Because that's what's on the table, not this appeal. It's going to be a long time before this appeal happens.
Yeah, they should be filing some sentencing motions also. Speaking of sentencing motions, I believe R. Kelly has something that I need to share with y'all too. So just came up into my mind. Hi, Tamika London. Landon. Wow, Wayne, I'm reading your thing. It's Landon. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the love, baby. So yeah, you're right. He has some. Listen, as far as I'm concerned, every case is separate. Like track records are fine. If you have a long history of wins under your belt, obviously that's a good look. But when it comes to this law thing, um,
it's case by case. You know what I'm saying? So this to me is a whole new proving ground that they have to make do. They have to show us what you got. Okay.
When you said R.
So
Kelly's name, girl, I accidentally clicked myself out of StreamYard.
I'm pretty sure it
I'm
wasn't an
back.
accident.
Yes, ma'am.
It probably wasn't an accident. That was divine intervention. They're like, get out of there. Abort, abort, abort. This is not about R.
Hey,
Kelly. I'm so sick of that man. I don't know if I'm gonna even cover any of his future jail calls if they should happen to occur, because I'm done being that man's mouthpiece too. So
right. Goddess, what do you think about this procedural flaws they're trying to float out here in public with Tory? What do you think about that?
I mean, to be honest, as someone who was front row center in court for 2 weeks, okay, I can say that I don't know about procedural flaws, but I would say that there were a lot of hiccups and weird happenings. Nothing to me, though, in legal wise, that will overturn this or will even give reason for an appeal, to be honest. And when you look under a legal magnifying glass, it's just not stacking up for me. But I'm no lawyer, I'm no judge, and I'm not even a jury in this case. So I am just here giving y'all my think piece.
I
So
think that these attorneys, well, I think Tory is the fear on his defense right now is that third charge that they were able to get before with the other two charges, because that is the charge that he can be deported on. And if he gets deported, that is a huge loss. I mean, he gets jail time, he could get 18 months, maybe do 8 months and be out. You know what I mean? Like, he may not get no 22 years jail time.
yeah, I don't know. He got all 3. I don't know. But give me the energy you had on the phone.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say, child. Listen, okay, he is not procedural wise. There is a high degree, like you said, that has to be met. It's not about what opinions of what people think. It is all legalese on that high level that has to be met for him to be granted a new trial. And I don't see that happening. Yeah, I do. You spoke about it every night, all the weird stuff, even like it was almost like a production watching this trial. It was the craziest trial. I felt like I had a front row seat because of you reporting back every day of what's going on. But to that, put that to the side.
Well, actually, pause that real quick, because I do want to say, if y'all don't know what was going on with the trial and you're just kind of catching up, you could go to my day-to-day recaps. I was there and I'm breaking it down as if you're in court. I know some people have been catching up and commenting, oh, thank you for this, I'm understanding now, or things like that. So FYI, and thank you, Love Warrior, for bringing that up. Okay. Oh,
absolutely, because we had
shout out to Intersex on the screen, baby. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, which is indeed supporting me also and supporting the warriors here. And I appreciate you. And I'm definitely going to try.
Yes, shout out Intersex. We appreciate you. Yes.
Okay. It's all yours.
Oh no. No, I'm just gonna be real. I think that Tory and them are scared as hell about being deported. I think that he is being charged a bag, and they're gonna drain every bit of them coins for him. And the bottom line is, if the pre-sentencing report, when they can get people to speak on him and this and that, so can the prosecutors get the same type of thing going before, the judge. And does this judge show leniency? Not from what you've told us, Goddess. He seems to be very fair. He seems to be a very fair judge.
Yeah.
So, with that being in mind, they're not going to overturn this trial. If they do overturn this trial, it's not going to be something that happens no time soon. The main thing that's on the plate is sentencing. And if they if he sentences him on that final third charge to deportation, Tory's going to just be a memory in jail right then, because it takes years. This is what R. Kelly's fighting now. This appeal thing. It's not happening no time soon. The bells and the wheels of law turn slowly. Okay? So we're not going to see that. I don't believe it.
Very, very, very slowly. Those wheels turn real slow. So, there are people who are confident that he may be able to get an appeal bond, which will allow him to be out on bond while the appeal is in process. So if by slight chance, very slight, he gets that bond, then, he'll be able to at least be, with his son and his family.
Making money too. That's the main thing why I'm sure they'll present is
free.
that if he's out on bond, he can make some money by having shows. However, does the prosecutors bring up how he, intimidated when he was on bond before trial? I mean, I don't know. It's 50-50, to me.
Because, I'm sure that'll be a part of their rebuttal when things start getting filed with regard to that. Hey, just here. So, yeah, but it's going to be something we're going to follow. Another case. Like, I'm done with these damn criminals. Like, all this toxicity from our brothers, child. And I'm so tired of people. Oh, well, they do us wrong and this, that. Yes, we know that. That is why we need us to be more so on top of shit in a right way, rather so we can fight this thing together, as opposed to saying, well, he don't count because he did X, Y, and Z. We can't look at him like we look at the body of men over here who are doing the right thing. It's just interesting to me how, this is a side note, but I was on one of those long, weird lives. I have a habit of getting up at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'll just kind of pop up and then I'll get on to see what's going on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And there was a long ass live where a certain person who ain't supposed to be on YouTube no more, or I guess maybe in the sector, I don't know, but this person was on the panel. And
God.
Like, the lack of accountability. Like, I'm just so tired. And then you have other guys on the panel calling women bitches and hoes and all this type of stuff. Like,
see
the toxicity from our men, and especially the ones who support R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Keisha Johnson, welcome. What up, Dow? You from Detroit? I'm very curious. Where's Beautiful Spirit? That's what I'm looking for. But anyway, what were we saying? You over there washing dishes, child?
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I just realized my mute button was on. Please forgive me, chat. Give me Goddess. I'm sorry.
Oh, you clean over there.
Goddess, you know what? You spoke about this. I can't remember whether it was on the live or back in the Goddess Lounge, okay, in the membership channel, y'all. But the fact that, R. Kelly, example, is all picking, not none of his supporters, child. But, shout out to Storm. Then you play the audio and that speaking on his case. Okay, never testified when it counted. That's when it counts. Not now going on and zeroing in on something that is not really an appealable offense, if you ask me. But what I find interesting is that if Tory didn't have this protective / gag order, I believe he would be doing the same thing because he can't help himself. That narcissistic, short man, whatever you want to call syndrome he has, he would be on everybody's little channel going on speaking about his case and throwing people under the bus and all kind of stuff like an R. Kelly Jr. And sorry, all that can stir up the masses. All that is valuable dialogue that people can get irate and really, have an 8 or 9 hour live, because there's so much emotion, and packed into that. There's so many layers to it. But the bottom line is legally ain't gonna do shit.
Hello.
So they can raise all the hell, they can cry, they can whine. Kel's on here basically sending out bat signals, like you said, trying to find this person. And, this shit is crazy. And I know RK Jr., as I just dubbed T Lanes, will be doing the same thing. And so they can do all that. But it doesn't matter. None of that shit matters.
None of it matters. Megan, just like Megan's sex life and history didn't matter when it came to getting shot.
Doesn't matter.
When someone gets shot, none of that matters. Okay.
None of it matters.
Shot at and wounded, whatever the case, it's a done deal. It's a wrap, dude.
Like these people are freaking crazy.
Listen, I appreciate people exercising their legal right to fight their case, to appeal, to this, to that. You want to spend your money, you want to, I guess just take a chance because you ain't got nothing else to do. You want to risk it all.
I agree. Exhaust all options.
Oh, thank you, baby. Chrissy said, my hair looks good. Look, this is the still out of braids, dry wash.
It's gorgeous.
I wish y'all could really, this is not giving it no justice, child. I look like, I actually look like my mom right here, to be honest, which is not a bad thing. Hi, beautiful lady.
Oh, you're the one beautiful.
Miss Della ain't here. I don't know. Yeah, we can say hi to Miss Della. Actually, I'll text her and let her know people spoke to her because she was, but Miss Della's working. So you got to give her that. And matter of fact, I got to get back to work, but I do want to say, I'm going to talk about Megan Thee Stallion. She is in a case against 1501, the label owned by Carl Crawford. I don't know if I can technically say it's still her label, but I guess it is still her label, and that's why they're fighting.
Yes.
She's trying to get up out of there.
Right.
But Megan, so now 1501, they've had a couple of losses during this pre-trial period, and now they want to depose Desiree Perez, which is Megan's manager. And Megan is fighting this. And when I say Megan, I mean her attorneys, obviously, but they're fighting having Desiree deposed. So there's a whole thing about it. So I'll talk to y'all about that on another day. But I might even be back in the member channel later because I got more to say about the other member live I did about the whole Clary Savages.
Oh my God.
That shit.
Did you get those pictures I sent you? We got to talk about that back in the membership channel.
Those pictures.
We got to talk about that.
You sent me were of Azriel Clary, and they looked pretty suggestive. I don't know where they came from. Do you know where they came from?
I don't know where they came from, but it's heartbreaking to me. Heartbreaking.
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to come back. Probably. So are you going to be free? Because I could talk to you about it and we could, what I'm saying, later.
Yes. Later on after the birthday dinner, I am free.
So we'll go on the member channel and we'll talk more about all of that because I have more to say.
Yes.
Yes. Here said Josie. Oh, maybe Jose made a great point. Oh, why is 1501 so mad at Meg? But T. Ferris also left 1501 to go to Rock Nation, but they aren't mad at him.
She's the money maker.
I would say that, first of all, I want to point to the fact that she's a woman. I don't know who T. Ferris is. My bad. I don't know if
another little rapper.
A man. Okay. I feel like the fact that Megan is making them look bad. Ooh, now I can do my air quotes without having to doing air quotes. She's making them look bad. Megan, basically by having our Rock Nation come in as her management and then open the whole thing to her contracts and all of that. They mad. Carl is mad. Yeah. On top of that, after he had brought 300 Entertainment, well, they're now the umbrella of it now. So now it's more money involved. And on top of that, Megan just threw $1 million into the pot when it comes to this her winnings. She's like, okay, well, we're gonna do this. I'm about to get something too. I'm about to not only
Wow.
get away from you, but I want $1 million. They want to
Yeah.
say that she owes them, but in reality, they probably owe her. So
Yes.
I hope that Carl Crawford, baby, you ready to come out of pocket to Megan, because you are attacking this woman. You have constantly been harassing. I did
Yes.
not like all the shit I saw during the trial, prior to the trial, of
Right.
them with Tory and with Jay Prince,
Right.
all in Houston, her hometown, right? Basically
Yeah.
taunting her, hashtagging protect black men and
Yeah.
what.
You showed the video with Tory and Carl and all them on there at a club partying.
Exactly. So not to, nothing against, listen, nobody's hating on black men over here. It's the toxic ones for me. It's
Right.
the problematic ones for me. It always seems like they go harder against women, especially black women, than they do the men. Like the
They absolutely do.
T. Ferris do probably, they probably know better. I mean, maybe there's some relationships there also. We don't know what's going on. But with Megan, I think she's more like, let me out of this, leave me alone, I'm done. And it's a bad look for them, because they feel like, well, we built you up,
Yeah.
but she already was doing her thing. They
That's
came
right.
in on a moving fucking train.
That's right.
Okay,
Carl definitely has pride, and he's butthurt, and he needs to polish up on his legal education, because he be speaking out his ass. He don't know what he be saying.
right. And so yeah, they came in on a moving train. It might have been slow moving, but it was moving. And when that motherfucker picked up pace and ended up going through all kind of hills and valleys, that they were like, oh, we ain't never been here before. Ooh, she getting us here, she taking us there. But guess what? A big baller got on that train and decided to replace the conductor and replace the driver. Was the train driver? The train driver.
Conductor, yeah.
Oh, the conductor. They replaced the conductor. Like, you gonna go with our conductor. You can stay on this train if you want to, but we driving it now. Okay. So
She hasn't had nothing but wins in all their little motions and stuff. I don't even think she's lost anything. Like every little, thing along the way, all the little legal stipulations, I believe she's won.
They got Alex Spiro. They got our Rock Nation attorneys. Listen, they have money, baby. So,
oh yeah.
I don't know, Carl. He seems limited. That's why 300 is on this now. That's why Jay Prince is probably got some type of, I think, dealings within the business too. I know he's been a mouthpiece, but I feel like he's more invested than we know. So,
yeah.
He's probably was going around like, I got Megan. You want to invest so we could take her to the next level? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was the money bags guy. You're right.
And nobody has heard nothing from no Rap-A-Lot Records in a long time. So,
damn, I think about that. They haven't been around since the early 80s, have they?
Maybe the 90s. Maybe the 90s. But yeah, listen, y'all, though, I got a gap, okay? But I do appreciate you. Mwah, 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 mwah. I will be back later in the member channel. Me and Love Warrior are going to come back in the member channel. So if you are not a member, it's $1.99 a month. Come on now. I know y'all got it. And
y'all come back there so we can cut the F up.
You can get all the
and talk about these people.
Right.
And R. Kelly sector.
So cheers, y'all. This is water. Cheers to you with my water.
Cheers.
And, yeah. And let me look at my notes and make sure I got everything. Kenner, Baez, Megan, 1501. Check. All right, y'all. Much love. Until next time, baby.
Peace.
Wait, since I be dancing so much. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, got it.